This week at the Marjorie Taylor Greene Wackadoo Convention Center, we bring you SantaCon.
'Tis the season to be awesome!
We bring you the best in holiday fun, featuring the only strangers left you'll let your children sit on.
It's not creepy because it's Santa!
Join us for the Dash the Hall 5K,
Running Santas!
the Midnight Dance Party in Club Rudolph,
Dancing Santa!
and the Santa Impression Contest.
Santa's being Santa!
See how many Santas can fit down a chimney, participate in Bowl Full of Jelly eating contest, and the Ho 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 contest.
There won't be any prostitutes this year. That was an honest misunderstanding.
SantaCon, sponsored by Santa Costumes Limited, Stay Puffy Beard Oil, and Ye Stop Fighting Jesus Crackers, formerly Kanye West Conflict Free Soda Biscuits. All this and more this Saturday at
SantaCon!
What's going on, Empire? This is Stupid's Talking Stupid on the DVM Production Empire. I'm Patrick.
And I'm Bear, and we read the stupid so you don't have to.
Yay.
Yay. You know, I'm just going to go ahead and throw that up there because I'm sure, I'm sure I have something to say, but I'm sure you also have one that you can talk about because you just people in general, you know?
Yeah. You know, there's a whole lot of stupid out there. We finally experienced one together. You know, like I'm sure we've encountered some stupid. I'm talking about the 20-year-old at the bar.
Oh yeah,
the one who's my sister's a cop. I should be allowed in.
I don't know if you know how that works.
I said, okay, well, we'll ask a Darien police officer if he knows her when he comes. And she
I actually had a Darien officer. Like, I was leaving work last night, and I parked behind the building.
Yeah.
Same place I've parked for the last year and a half. Never been an issue. But as I'm leaving last night, one pulls up, pops his lights on, puts the spotlight on my roof. I'm like, wait,
what
prank are we doing, guys? This is weird. And out pops an officer I've never seen before.
Mm-hmm.
So immediately I'm thinking he's impersonating an officer and this is a murder scene.
Right.
What really happened is he normally works day shift. He's like, hey, what are you doing? Like, I work here.
Know your business.
Okay, well, this has been break-ins in the area lately. I'm like, yeah, I know. Thank you for checking.
I work here.
Yeah, I know. Why do you think I'm leaving so late? Because I had to walk around the building 3 times to make sure everything's closed up. But
he's like, okay, well, don't do anything illegal.
You think about that next time you show up to work.
Right? Leave after you're done. You stop it.
Trust me, officer, I don't want to be here this late either.
I don't know. Please crack my shit up. I guess there was somebody at a different bar. She had asked the police officer to move his car because it's parked right behind her and she was trying to leave. And
a reasonable request.
He informed her that she needed to take a breathalyzer before she left. And I was like, that's private property. No, she does not. You know, I was like, I'm sure that works sometimes, but no.
Did you tell him no?
Yeah.
Did you know this woman?
Yeah.
Okay, there it is. I was wondering,
that's the thing about me not drinking as much anymore. I don't go as hard as I used to because now, like, when I leave, I'm like, I'm not scared.
Yeah.
I'll smart off because I've done nothing illegal.
Mm-hmm. Officer, I had one drink 3 hours ago, and it was a Shirley Temple that was just in a dirty glass.
Yeah.
If I'm feeling anything, it's not my fault.
Yeah, pretty much. I got a cortisone shot yesterday.
Ooh,
that was stupid. I hated that. I hated everything about that. The doctor, I could tell the doctor, I go, I'm kind of a bitch when it comes to needles. Like, you know,
you didn't have to say when it comes to needles.
Oh, okay, it was just implied. I was like, well, I kind of sometimes I pass out, sometimes I just
I run,
Sometimes
I cry.
Sometimes I pass out.
Sometimes I pass out.
Sometimes I just like go into like a flop sweat because of the needle. I'm like, so just just to be aware, I might, if I slump over, you're gonna have to catch me.
Well, you guys have suckers for after this, right? Because
yeah,
I'm not gonna go through all this and not get a cherry lollipop.
And I will get a toy.
Get a toy.
Give me a toy. No, but yeah. So I'm sitting there and he's like narrating. He's like, okay, we're gonna go past the bone into the muscle. I'm like, I don't need this, Morgan Freeman. I just need you to. I'm like, honestly, I'd be fine if you went on the count of 3 and you said 1 and then did it and then took it out. I go, I don't need to know any of this.
He wants to tell you in detail the migration patterns of your shoulder.
Don't need it.
Don't need it.
Luckily,
don't
it's feeling a little bit better, but I got to get an MRI and I got to do physical therapy and I got to do all this shit.
People are probably confused while we're talking about your shoulder that way. What's wrong with your shoulder?
I have tendinitis in my shoulder. I have a there's essentially a what's the word I'm looking for? Shit. It's a calcification of the tendons.
Yeah.
Which apparently the 3 ways to get rid of it is a weird like sound thing. Another one is a needle that like puts like a solution on it, and then they use another needle to remove it. And then the other one's a straight up scope surgery, which just sounds terrible.
Hey, there's also the 4th option. Just complete disfigurement. We'll chop that arm off.
I'm just going to be right-handed from now on.
We'll fix you. You left-handed idiot.
This is my teacher from my like 1st grade teacher who's told me I needed to be right-handed. She sticks her head in and she goes, "Gotcha, bitch."
She's the one that she pulls her mask down. She's holding the saw. It was me all along.
It was me. Told you don't be weird. Anyway.
We had a couple days in a row. It was a couple days in a row. It was a couple days near each other where we both had the same instance, but with different customers, where we're telling everyone they have to leave the bar.
Yep.
And they're like, there's like 2 minutes before we're closed, and we have to have everyone out exactly at 2:00.
Mine was super fun.
And yeah. Tell them yours.
So it's like a guy had to be 22, and he's got this little redhead with him who's got to be 21, 22. And just sitting there. And I'm like, hey, you got to go. They're like, we're with the DJ. I'm like, yeah. All those other people also said they're with the DJ. There's a cap on that unless you guys are all driving a bus, And he's like, yeah, there's a bus. It's outside. I go, yeah, very clever. You got to go. And the bar doesn't close for another 5 minutes. And I said, well, it's going to take us a certain amount of time to get everybody out of there. We're trying to get everyone out. And we're starting with you. You're a winner. And he's like, well, I'm just going to walk really slowly. It's going to take me 5 minutes to get to the door. And I said, and the little girl's like, yeah. I'm like, yeah, nice addition. Thanks for joining the conversation. And I said, I don't care as long as you're moving. So I go and I do some other stuff. And I walk back and he's made it up to like right before that like walkway out. And I was like, all right, 1 minute, you better step it up. And he goes, I need to use the bathroom. I'm like, ooh, you could have done that 3 minutes ago, but you were walking real slow to prove a point. Actions have consequences. Get the fuck out of my bar.
And I had a customer a few days ago trying to get everyone out. This guy's sitting, he's leaning all the way across the bar from the bathrooms, leaning up against the wall. Like there's like a little platform where people can sit there drink. So he's like leaning on it with his shoulder. And I must have told these guys 5 times already. I'm like, hey, we're closing. Like, you got to finish your drinks, get going, head towards the door. And the last time I'm like, look, man, you just have to get out. We are closing in 1 minute. You have to be out of the building. He's like, I'm going to finish my beer. I said, I'll tell you what, you can finish your beer on the way to the door. Yeah, you just have to get going. You can't stand here anymore. He's like, I'm going to finish my beer. I'm like, yeah, I understand that. But like I said, if you're walking to the door, you can do that. So he starts walking to the door all slow. And then like he walks like straight towards the door. I went all the way back around the bar over by the bathrooms to like make sure there weren't anyone else in there. And then like he had walked the opposite way around the bar. Sure enough, guess who ends up behind me walking towards the bathroom? I get to right by the front of the hallway, and I turn around, and he's right there. And I go, "Ooh, bathroom's closed." He's like, "Nah, I just need to pee real quick." Like, you had time to pee, but you wanted to finish your beer. He's like, "It would just be 30 seconds." I'm like, "I know, right?"
Yeah.
So have a good night.
It's a real pain in the ass, huh?
He's like, "Really, man?" I'm like, "Yeah. You chose to hang out."
I had a guy that the last time I worked, the guys got all mad at me because I told them to leave before I told someone else to leave.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, we don't even have to come back here. And I said, no, you do not.
You do not.
Like, it's a free country.
As you can tell by the rest of the people in this bar,
feel free to go anywhere else you want, jerk. And then I became a racist.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Never mind, you told 18 groups of people to leave first.
Yep. All different shapes, sizes. I said, no, there's a difference. I'm an elitist.
Yeah. And you just look, yeah.
Yeah. So get out.
You look gross.
Yeah.
So I've been holding off talking to you because ew.
Yeah. You're gonna be
I don't want you on me. I heard people are shedding now.
Right. Shedding stupid.
Speaking of stupid, let's just go ahead and jump into this bad boy.
Get into it.
Got a nice little video for you.
Oh, your mom's on. Your mom's on. Penny doesn't know that Santa's talking to her. I saw that video.
Oh, yeah.
Penny has no idea.
No.
Anyway, go ahead.
Hashtag not the real Santa.
Y'all are people of God. Y'all's gonna do that. Y'all's gonna do that. Y'all's gonna do that. Y'all are people of God, and y'all's gonna do that to me.
You understand what's going on right now, Patrick?
She's kicking them out of Q Bar. I don't know.
She's got this woman right here is getting kicked out of a church. And are y'all gonna do that? I don't know if you could tell by the inflection and the tone, but the woman that's in the church is white, and the woman being kicked out is not.
Okay.
Let's see if we can get a little more context for this.
Bring drugs in here. That's the cilantro. No. That's for the food. That's for the menudo. That's for this. Look. That's menudo.
You can't bring drugs in here, man. That's cilantro.
Well, first of all, it's as bad as drugs. I don't like cilantro.
Okay, but you like candy corn, so go fuck yourself.
True.
You're like, oh, I can't stand cilantro. It tastes weird. Candy corn. You son of a bitch. You just gonna save that bag and never eat it unless it's gonna be on camera.
Right, pretty much. That's
You'll be finishing that bag when it's time for next Halloween. You're like, oh, I can finally get a fresh bag.
Right. Now I don't like cilantro, so that's just me. But at the same time, I also know what weed looks like, and it doesn't look like cilantro.
What are you talking about? It's green. It's in a bag. Boom. It's marijuana.
You will not bring drugs into this house of the Lord.
Not into this church.
It's for this. Look, that is original or whatever. That's yelling. That's for this. That's not weed. That's for the menudo. Ask anybody in there. You need to stop. Sir, I promise you, that's for the menudo. You can smell it. That's the food. Smell it. I promise you. I'm not like that. Like, I'm not like that. That's why I'm so mad.
Got a bunch of white people going, spices. Ah!
I've never once seen that at Taco Bell. You're lying.
Nah, you can't find that. There's nothing green there except the poop after.
I eat authentic Mexican food, and it's never been once on my Nacho Bel Grande. Not one time.
You can't get your marijuana into this house of the Lord.
No.
You stay away. We got this hand sanitizer that will spray
your
face.
Satan.
That's the devil's latest.
Jesus, I pray to you in your name, in the name of the Lord, please get this woman without the devil's lettuce.
Exercise the seasonings from this foyer.
Did you say Devis lettuce? That's the name of my cousin, Devis lettuce.
Yeah, Devis lettuce.
I'm not like that. Look, smell it, ma'am. It's for the food.
I think we've already asked you to leave. Just go ahead and go.
I mean, I'll leave, but just so you could confirm it. I'll leave, just so you could confirm it. It's for the food. Smell it, ma'am. It's for this. It's for this. It's for the menudo.
Lady, can you just please smell?
No, I am calm. It's just they try to say that it was something.
I don't want to get addicted.
I can't possibly get back into it. This one time I tried rosemary and it ruined my life.
I'd be like, you know what? I didn't call a cop. Get him here.
Yeah, they confiscated her cilantro.
And they were so mad when they smoked it. They're like, this weed sucks.
There's an altar boy going,
but it's making my taco, a little interesting.
I think we'd have to grow some of these plants myself. You can't say that here. No. I'm just saying, like, why not? We just throw it on the side of things. If people want it, they can have it.
And if they don't, they just throw it away.
Yeah, you don't want to be a square, man.
Yeah, right. I don't do weed.
We could put this on our conflict-free soda biscuits.
That's right.
Although apparently they have a new name.
Yeah.
Even though you said his name wrong. You called him Yee. It's Ye, Patrick. His name isn't Kanye.
Oh, is it Ye? I want it on the record that I don't care.
Okay. As it's noted, 16 minutes and 36 seconds into the podcast, Patrick does not care how Kanye pronounces his short name of Ye.
So shall it be.
So shall it be.
So shall it be.
So not only did they take her cilantro and refuse to let her into the church, she tried to get the cilantro back, and they threatened to call the cops on her.
Deal.
Do it. Fucking do it.
Deal. Send them.
I want you to.
I want you to mobilize the SWAT team. Tell them to get one of those dogs up in here. I don't give a shit.
You get the one drug dog that's like, ooh, cilantro, gross.
No,
it's like, there's a hit. No, he just doesn't like it. Oh, he really hates that marijuana. No.
It tastes like soap to me. I don't know why.
That's the crazy thing about cilantro. People either really enjoy it or it tastes like soap.
It tastes like soap.
I don't understand the world where something so delicious tastes like soap to you, but
I don't know.
I'm sorry.
It's really the only thing I have like a real issue not liking, like, but yeah, it tastes like soap. What can I say?
Yeah, I don't know.
Not even delicious soap,
Right.
It's just like soap.
I'll take a good like Irish Spring sandwich, but
at least there's mint.
Ugh, what is this? The hotel soap? So this woman, her name is Ashley.
Mm-hmm.
She posted this. This is from a church in Oklahoma City.
Mm-hmm.
Probably the most progressive city you can get in.
Right.
Members of the Redemption United Methodist Church.
That's why.
Yeah.
Your church has like 9 names to it.
Mm-hmm.
There's gonna be some dumb in there.
Yeah, she started like arguing with the people about like the church claims, this is their statement after. I'm not gonna read it all because
right.
But basically they provide faith-based services for inmates through an arrangement with the Oklahoma Department of Corrections.
Okay.
So they get very as they say, volunteers at Redemption, many of whom are former addicts, are badged volunteers trained by the Department of Corrections to look for particular ways in which contraband can be passed, including bringing in drugs with food, which has happened in the past. So they're like, food, huh? You got this marijuana with your soup? Like, no, it's just cilantro. You could stop right now. If only there was a way to take care of this right now.
Right.
Although in Oklahoma City, a Methodist white woman, do you think she understands what cilantro is?
No.
You might as well say marijuana to her. Cilantro, is that a strain of that marijuana?
I don't take crack. Cilantro. Whatever you call it.
Okay, cocaine, whatever.
On the streets.
Like she's just
I know. I watched Oz.
No, you watched The Wizard of Oz.
I've seen The Wire.
Damn, I can't think of another one to go with that. Like Bird on the Wire?
Bird on the Wire?
I
don't know.
No, that was the crows on the wire from Dumbo.
Oh, yeah. I've seen Dumbo. I know what they're doing.
I know what you birds are doing. I've never seen, like, I understand people do not like cilantro.
I don't understand. I mean, I don't understand the aspect of mistaking it for weed. Like oregano, maybe.
Sure.
Like you get some chunky ass oregano. Like people have been sold oregano and been like, "Ooh, look what I bought," and then they're like, "Yeah, you bought something to really zing up your Italian."
Your garlic bread is gonna get fucking lit, man.
Lit, but yeah, I don't know. They obviously can't identify. Can we just say it? They can't identify contraband.
No, they can't. These are trained by the Department of Corrections.
Bringing us a switchblade, and they're like, "Well, that's under cutlery. That's allowed in. How else are you gonna cut the loaf of bread?
Your unseasoned bread,
right?"
You know, for the longest time, I thought that whole joke about white people being like against spices or whatever, I didn't understand it. Like, because normally with jokes, you can like, oh, I get where that comes from. I can never understand it because I love spicy food. I love all that kind of shit. So I personally just didn't understand it until one day when I was working at a place called World of Beer, is now gone. I was in the kitchen that day, and this order comes in. There's these 4 people that make me look like I'm in blackface right now. Like they're that white.
Okay.
My pasty ass was like, "Ooh, you guys need some sun."
Like, "Ooh, this milk is spicy."
So, well, you're not far off.
Oh wow.
So, they ordered their food. I remember one of the people ordered it. He was like a gentleman in his early 20s who looked like he still lived at home.
Okay.
He ordered a
Pad.
He ordered a barbecue.
Sounds like a guy named Pad.
Yeah, or Patrick.
Oh, shut up.
Oh, wait a second. He ordered a barbecue chicken flatbread, which is supposed to be chicken, bacon, peppers and onions, and barbecue sauce. Cheese.
Not a flatbread.
Pretty simple. But he's like, yeah, but instead of the I don't want any onions or peppers because they're spicy. That's right. Plain white onions.
Right.
And then red and green peppers are spicy. Okay. He's like, well, I also don't want the barbecue sauce because that'll be spicy. So can I put ranch on it instead? So you want a chicken bacon ranch pizza.
Right.
Okay. I guess we could do that.
Can I get tepid water and a piece of white toast?
And then
lightly toasted.
Lightly. And then another person at the table ordered boneless wings with no sauce on it because all of them were going to be too spicy for her. Like, I mean, the basic just plain barbecue sauce would have been too bad for her. I'm sure if we tossed it in ketchup, she'd be like, "Ooh, no. This is the Scovilles."
It's a little bit of a zing to it.
Yeah, I don't remember asking for my mouth to be burned off. You fucking monsters! So she ordered plain chicken, plain boneless chicken wings with a side of ranch.
Okay.
And then they complained that the ranch was too spicy.
I don't know what to tell you.
What do you do when the ranch is too spicy?
I think you just shoot yourself.
What are we supposed to do there? I don't know how to fix
apologize
spicy ranch.
And I go, "Ooh, did we give you the spicy ranch? I'll go get another one." And then I go get the other ranch and another ranch, and I bring it to them, and they go, "Oh, that's better."
I would have just brought them
it's probably in their head
a little cup of mayonnaise, and then be like,
gross.
"This has still got a pretty good kick to it."
It's been exposed to the air.
I couldn't help but notice you brought this out from the kitchen where you have black pepper. So pretty much everything is tainted. Like I have a severe food allergy to ouchies. I can't have ouchies in my mouth.
I've gotten better. I used to, because I'm not a spicy food individual, but I've gotten better.
Hey, you had that hot sauce
on
one of the podcast.
But like, you know, like I'll throw a little bit more spice, like when I make chili and stuff like that. It's not as bad. It's just a matter of like
it's 2 twists of black pepper in it now.
That's right. Let's go crazy. No, I just don't. I don't know. I guess I used to eat when I used to hang out with Quinn, and we'd be eating, and he'd get something super spicy, and because he was bald, you'd see like the sweat forming, and I'm like,
yeah,
I don't want to sweat while I eat. I don't want to be in pain
it's different.
While I eat.
No. If you get there's like the perfect level of spice where there's a spiciness to it, where it makes your head sweat, but it doesn't burn your mouth to the point where you can't eat it.
It's well, that's the other thing. People are like ghost peppers. I'm like,
no. Okay. If it doesn't taste good, it's just hot, then fuck you.
Right.
Like it's got to be delicious if it's going to be hot.
Well, there's a lot of when we went to the farmers market in LA, like there was a lot of those things, and I'm like, I don't think those are going to taste good. I think they're just hot.
Oh yeah, that's where I bought that.
Yeah, I know.
Pepper sauce that's got its serving spoon is a crack spoon that screws into a bullet.
Yeah.
Probably not going to be something you want to put on your mashed potatoes.
No. Didn't you put a bunch on a bratwurst or something?
I may have made.
Or you used the wrong bottle?
As a bit of a hot sauce fan, I would sometimes have 15 to 20 bottles of different hot sauce in my fridge when I was a bachelor, because I loved hot sauce. I would put different hot sauce on many things. One night I put, a substantial amount of hot sauce on a dish, and I loved it. So the very next night I made a similar dish. And I grabbed what I thought was the same bottle. And I sure poured a ton on there. I'm like, you know what? Last night I really liked this. Let's pour a little bit extra on it tonight. A little bit more. And I take my first bite of it, and I was like, whew, that's a lot. I think I put too much in that one individual bite. I better take some more pasta real quick.
Right.
I put more in there, and just, it's worse. What am I doing?
That makes it worse.
I look at the bottle of hot sauce. I go, oh no. And then I had the panic. And that's when the sweating started. Not like the good, sweaty, like, it's got a good burn to it. It's you're going to die. You are going to die right now with this food in you. So I'm sweating profusely. I'm like,
thank you.
I can't have this in my body. Like, I panicked and I swallowed it. I'm like, I can't have this in my body. I have to get rid of it or I'm going to die. So naturally, the best reaction when eating something overly spiced, I went to the bathroom and immediately forced myself to throw it up, where it proceeded to burn even worse than the first time.
Because, that was smart.
And while it was burning worse than the first time, I thought, oh no, throwing it up makes it worse.
Yeah. That's why I see that guy.
Just swallow it again.
There's this great clip from the show Frasier. There's a show from the show Frasier where Niles is like, he accidentally like sets like the living room on fire. Yeah, and he's like trying, like it's just music. It's all just whatever. He's like running around trying to like put this fire out, but slowly making it worse and worse and worse and worse. And that just reminded me that almost seems like what you were probably doing alone in your apartment. Just running back and forth, trying to figure out what to do.
After I threw it up, then re-ingested it, I was like, well, I just got to neutralize it with some milk. I had no milk.
No milk?
I had nothing dairy in my fridge. The only thing I had...
sour cream.
I wish. I would have gone for it. If I had it, I would have eaten butter. Didn't have any of that.
Yeah.
All I had was low-fat ice cream sandwiches in the freezer. And boy, I went through the whole box of those.
Anyway.
So for dinner, I had 4 ice cream sandwiches and a pitcher of ice water. That's pretty much on diet.
That's right. Actions have consequences.
Speaking of on a diet.
Yeah.
Margaret Porter.
Segue.
An English broad. 67-year-old lady. From Northallerton Road, Leaming Bar. Excuse me.
That is a good Leaming Bar accent.
Thank you. Made it myself. She saw this horse, a chestnut gelding. She's like, oh, that horse looks sad. She's walking past it because she lives across the street from it. She's like, oh, this horse looks sad. She walked past it 7-8 times. It was just kind of hanging out. I'm like,
sitting there in the dark, listening to The Cure.
Yeah, just the mane is over one eye, like every night I burn. She thought the horse was underfed and ignored. So she started bringing the horse some carrots. And you're thinking, well, so far, this doesn't seem like that bad of a story. What's going on with it? She would feed the horse every goddamn day. And the neighbor who owned the horse saw a bunch of just carrot tops in the pan. I was like, why does my horse have all this shit? Eventually saw the neighbor say, hey, could you not feed my horse? Like, he's taken care of. Like, we feed him.
But he's from England.
Oh, right. Isn't it? Taking care of my horse. It ain't gonna fly. No, it's another woman, so that's her voice. Yeah. Upset that she kept on feeding her horse. This is a race horse, so it's not going to look like just every other. Like, yeah, it's going to be a little bit thinner, but it's a machine. Which, by the way, the horse's name. Oh God, where was it? Here we go. His racing name was "You're Doing Well." But after 3,
I think if I'm betting on a horse, I'd like it to be "You're Doing Great." You know, not just like,
hey, you're trying. Come in the back is "You're trying." Hey,
what's important is all the horses have a good time.
Mm-hmm. Did we all have fun?
Did we all have? They're all like, clop, clop, clop,
clop. But yeah, after the horse kept on lost every single race it was in, they're like, this is probably, we don't need a 7th place horse, so we're just retired it. So he got retired and then started being overfed. The owner of the horse called the cops.
Yeah.
Filed a restraining order because this woman would not stop feeding the fucking horse. Now, the part that caught my eye, other than just the audacity of feeding someone's animal in their face while they're saying, "Don't do that. You're gonna make him sick." And I'm just gonna carry it.
I'm not feeding. Stop feeding. I'm not.
But she's English.
Oi!
Feeding me carrots to the horse, isn't it? So Margaret Porter, so now she has a restraining order. She can't get near the horse. She called the RSPCA on them, and they're like, "No, this horse is in great shape. I don't know what you're talking about. Leave him alone." They finally got the.
It's a little overfed from some carrots, but
it's a little chunky around its carrot region. My favorite part of this story is Margaret Porter. Mind you, she's 67. So she was arrested, and this was her 2nd time in court. The first time was in 2005 when she was convicted of assaulting her brother with 3 sticks of rhubarb. So this woman,
she's got a vegetable thing. She's got a root vegetable thing.
The vegetable bandit.
We're going to get to the root of this problem. I didn't have any sunglasses. I couldn't do it.
Oh, yeah. She, so yeah, in March 2005, they heard that she lost her temper after her estranged brother, William, laughed at her while driving past in his Land Rover. So she flung 3 sticks of rhubarb from her cottage window, hitting him in the eye. I'm like, damn, she's got some fucking aim on her.
That's
just
right.
Chucking rhubarb sticks from a window, hitting someone in a moving vehicle.
That's right. Like, the next one's going to be a turnip in the dick. Get out of here.
She was ordered to do 40 hours of community service and barred from entering property belonging to her son, with whom she had also fallen out.
And salad bars.
Yes. Never any salad bars. Oh, you mean the gun range?
Yeah, right. Might as well be a trove of ammunition. Should see what that woman does with her radish.
She's walking around with a handful of celery in her pocket. Hey, do you have a concealed carry permit?
Right.
Do you have a concealed carrot permit?
Concealed carrot. God.
Other things that you can eat. There was a screenshot that came out from the Delta Air Flight DL 1360 to Atlanta, where it says passenger in seat 13A is breastfeeding a cat and will not put cat back in its carrier when flight attendant requested.
Was the cat wearing a mask?
I don't think it was because it was feeding.
See, you can't do that.
Yeah, I know you can't. You can't do that.
You can't do that.
But if you're allowed to have the mask off while you're eating, Patrick. So if the cat is currently latched,
true,
that's eating. So aren't you just skirting the rules for no reason?
Right.
I mean, I get some people need service animals. I could even understand some people need emotional support.
The animal.
Oh no, it's a service the animal.
Oh,
it's
a whole different kind of vest.
Yeah. Yeah, my neighbor, he's in 27A. He's got a dog that licks his well, you can go ask him.
Yeah. It's in a graphic on the vest.
Yeah, it is graphic. But it is also on the vest.
This cat suffers from PTSD and needs to be breastfed to calm it down.
Mm-hmm. You don't understand. The cat was drinking from its mother when Vietnam happened.
That's right.
And the cat
can't get over it. It had just started, that day.
Like, he was close to a TV where the news coverage was playing it.
Right. And the cat was like, what is going on? And they're like, the war just started. And he said, right meow. And he said, right meow.
You get the fuck out.
He's like, I'm traumatized. I need to breastfeed.
Other aircraft that are having issues right now, the Hampshire Air Ambulance, which is a completely it's a charity run helicopter used to fly patients around,
sure,
like to hospitals and things.
I hope so.
Right? It's like I just really want to go to the next game.
Make-A-Wish kid in style.
Let's see, life-saving charity. They fly in the helicopters around with their patients. They received a complaint from someone. Can you explain why you decided to fly at 1750 feet from St. Mary's Hospital to Southampton General Hospital at 4 a.m. over residential properties, waking occupants? Inconsiderate, I think. Will no longer be donating to your cause. So, I'm sorry, someone had a medical emergency at 4 a.m.
But did it have to be at 4 a.m.?
Yeah, you couldn't have held on until like 7 when my alarm went off.
A little consideration.
They say it costs like $15,000 a day for the air ambulance to maintain its service, with each mission costing an average of just under $3,000.
Wow.
I mean, it's fucking expensive to fly helicopters around with the fuel and the maintenance and pilots, all that good stuff. And for it to be available 24/7, you have to be paying people to be available. And this motherfucker is like,
well,
I'm tired.
In that person's defense, it was late.
Ooh. Counterpoint, Patrick. It was early.
Ooh.
Did you ever think about that?
Chicken or the egg stuff, huh?
Mm-hmm. Either way, both are up my anus at 4 a.m. and I need an airlift.
And I don't need to hear this helicopter while I have a chicken and an egg up my ass. It's a little bit, it's all about, being considerate.
Chicken or the egg, which came out of my ass first? We'll never know because I didn't get to ride the helicopter because it was too early in the morning.
Unsubscribe.
Speaking of things that people should subscribe to, this damn show, because we already talked about this cocaine cactus.
Yeah.
Months ago. We're talking like episode 19 of last season.
I was gonna say, and I totally remember it.
Okay, so there's this little cactus that it was sold at Walmart and where is it?
Other places.
Other places. So this guy,
this
cactus, that would sing a Polish song by this rapper, and the song itself was all about cocaine. This is a cactus that would sing in English, Spanish, and Polish, the big three.
Yeah.
But now this time we talked about it before because people in Europe found it and like, what the fuck? You guys can't. Well, this is a children's toy. Like, what the fuck?
This isn't good.
So they stopped the sale of it there.
It's about the
now we're in
cactus
Canada.
that wanted to party.
Now we're in Canada. An
It'll be
Ontario
up all
grandmother bought the cocaine cactus for her 15-month-old granddaughter, and she's like, "Oh, it's a dancing little cactus. That's great." And she's like, "Wait a second. I know Polish. It knows Polish. We could be best friends." And then it starts swearing and singing about cocaine use, and she's like, wait. How did you find my album?"
Right. It's like, this thing have blow? Or...
do I open it up to get the blow? Like, it was $26. I don't know how much blow it would come with, but
that's a bargain, I think. Ooh. I don't know enough about it.
Yeah, the Polish rapper Cyphus, who's still trying to take legal action against the company, but the singing cactus was sold through Amazon in Europe, and in July 2021, that's when people first noticed about the issues. And now they're saying through Walmart, these items are sold by a third-party seller on our marketplace website, and we are removing the items while we look into this complaint further. It's like, I don't know why people... If people just watch this show, then they would know not to buy the cocaine cactus. Here we are doing this service for everyone, and they can't even bother to pay attention when we're dropping these little nuggets of truth.
You can buy a dancing cactus on Amazon.
So you want to buy it?
I don't know. I'm considering it, but it supposedly repeats what you say. Well, but I don't know if it has the, if it has like the cocaine song on it.
I mean, I kind of feel like I want to buy it just because.
And you could have it like on your desk in the back. But see if there's anything in the comments. Like, anyone know that this thing's like...
So this version that I found, which includes recording, repeating, glowing, dancing, and singing functions, there are 120 songs in many languages. Well, let me go ahead and read it the way it's written. This version, which including recording, repeating, glowing, dancing, and singing functions. There are 120 songs in many language it can sing. It can record what you say and repeat your words. Load the batteries and press the button. It will twist his body and glows when singing. It's really funny, so try to speak something with it, which absolutely bring you a happy mood.
Okay. This is a good one. I went down into the reviews.
Oh, no.
For 1 star, horrible is spelled with 2 O's and 5 R's. So it's horrible purchase.
Horrible purchase.
Okay. Well, 2 K's. Okay. First off with 3 F's.
Okay.
First off, not what is pictured. Second, why the EF is it playing DMX Rough Riders and more explicit music? Isn't this a child's toy? I got a shot. More explicit, it's in caps. More explicit music? Isn't this a child's toy? I need my money back. Do not buy.
I got one for you too. 1 star. Please don't buy. This toy's terrible. Don't buy. I translate the music, and the music talk about drugs is really, really bad music for kids' toys. I'm shocked. People make toys with this music so sad.
Right. I do love that it has DMX Rough Riders.
Do you ever have a dancing cactus yell curse words at you?
Jesus, that's just...
It's saying the big words too. Did you hear that?
Nice. I know what I'm getting the baby for Christmas.
If you buy that for her, I will put it in her room tomorrow. I will absolutely have that forever. It is so good.
Oh my
god. Oh my god. There's
Hilarious.
So many versions of it too. There's one from MeowDam. There's one from Imwan. There's one from Wizmat. There's one from Mitlink.
There's one that's like stereotypically like dressed like a gaucho. Like it's wearing a sombrero and
God, I just want to buy this right now. Oh, it's on sale.
I wonder why.
Oh, I can get it tomorrow.
What? Prime?
Add to cart.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, I can get rewards while buying it.
Awesome.
One of them is a visit from CPS.
Get a couple right. I believe the baby's like first word was dada. The second one's going to be X gonna give it to you.
Her third word is arf, arf. Don't mind her. She's a rough rider.
She's a rough rider.
Speaking of rough rides,
working on being a regulator.
This I don't know if you remember the gentleman that we talked about a few episodes ago that married his pressure cooker.
Yeah.
Yeah. They split up.
Over.
They split up. They had the really long.
Love doesn't last anymore.
They had a really long 4-day marriage.
Just doesn't last anymore.
Saying it was a heavy decision on his part.
He found a crock pot he was more interested in.
Mm-hmm. He stuck his dick in a toaster and said, "Well, this one feels alive.
This is delightful, and it's bagel smart." So
I can determine how long the sex is by the dial on the side of it. So I wanted to give that update. I know everyone was like, finally, real love. If they can make it, I can.
Right?
But they can't make it.
They can't make it. So now you can't.
So now you can't. You're going to be doomed to be sad.
That's
forever.
Right. Sorry, you would have had a happy, lovely life if this dude had worked with his pressure cooker, but due to the fact that he can't, there's no such thing as love anymore. Christmas.
Now a story that this one's just for you, Patrick.
Mm-hmm.
A Florida woman.
Yeah.
Was arrested after her namesake.
Right. 40-year-old
Crystal Methvin was taken into custody after being charged with possession of crystal meth.
What a shock.
I know. There's not really a story. It's just she's named Crystal Methvin and she got arrested for crystal meth. I don't know what more I could do for you, Patrick. I literally found
I don't know.
It's a Florida woman. She's named after the drug that she got arrested for. Apparently we don't have room for a cactus right now in the house. But I'm gonna go ahead and say we do have room. We can get rid of some of the Disney shit or whatever. So now, Patrick, I got a trio of stories for you that we're gonna compare.
Okay. Compare and contrast.
The first one, we have 25 employees and 6 customers got stuck in an IKEA in Denmark because of a snowstorm.
Okay.
They had to spend the night in an IKEA.
Didn't matter. They were lost leaving, so they didn't know. Like,
yeah, right.
They were just trying to find the exit the entire night, and they're like, "Boy, you were stuck in there."
A quarter inch of snow, and they're like, the snow. I guess we're stuck.
Right.
Definitely not just stuck in the kitchen ware's department.
They told me to follow the yellow line. It literally goes in a circle.
Mm-hmm.
That's and it came right back to here. Really wants me to buy like a star notepad.
I keep smelling cheese, but I can't find it. I feel like if I were a good boy, they'd give it to me. So they had a shit ton of snow. So people were they were hanging out, drinking beer and coffee, eating cinnamon rolls, watching soccer, sleeping on all the display furniture. Not a bad like one night kind of thing. All right. We have a
it's like I wanted to wear that. I wanted to sleep in that bed. Well, you could always just make another one. I can't follow those directions.
It was near this. It was in Scandinavia, near the city of Aalborg, where, by the way, 300 people were stuck at the airport there overnight instead.
Right.
So, airport or IKEA, what would you rather be in?
Airport.
Now we have. You just staring there in IKEA, going, "Oh, these TVs are fake. There's nothing on them."
Nothing.
They're watching soccer. It's like you're looking at a picture of soccer.
What do you want to do? I don't know. I guess we could ride the escalator again and have our cart go up slowly next to us.
You want to play hide the meatball?
I mean, I suppose.
I put it somewhere.
I was thinking about combining a Spurnden Black with an Uber Plube and see what I can get.
You can't cross the streams.
It's like a desk that turns into a bed and makes, meatballs.
And you can mount it over the toilet.
Yeah, it's convenient.
Man was rescued from inside the wall of the Landmark Theater in New York. It's around 7:30 in the morning. Syracuse Fire Department had to cut a man out of a wall.
He's like, "What day is this? Did we beat the Nazis?"
An employee of the theater heard the man yelling for help. It was a 39-year-old man. He got into the building. He was seen wandering around the theater earlier in the week, and then employees who had seen the man just lost track of him and thought he must have left. Like, oh, okay. Because if someone's walking around and suddenly you don't see them, you think, okay, they dipped. You don't think he found a crawl space, crawled into it, and then after a couple of days fell, and then he got trapped in a wall. So they had to cut him out. He was completely naked, a little dehydrated. But yeah, he spent, some time in the wall in the theater. So that was a different kind of sleeping.
Boy, and then the third one, Sawzall to get him out. He had to be like, careful. I'm naked back here.
So you guys can cut higher or lower, but right there is making me really nervous. And then finally, the last one.
As you know, I'm a careful person, and I'm in a wall.
So just imagine what you could get wrong.
Right.
Dozens of customers who stopped for a drink at Britain's highest altitude pub got stuck. 61 people were stuck in this bar because of bad weather that brought snow and heavy winds that knocked power cables down and blocked the roads. So we have 61 people. This is customers, employees, and the band that was scheduled to play that Friday night before they got trapped there, which was an Oasis cover band. So now you're trapped in a bar for 3 days with an Oasis cover band.
Wonderwall.
Do it. Play Wonderwall. Play for the 37th time today.
Today gonna be the day that they're gonna throw it back. I can't do it anymore.
So she said the manager.
Play Champagne Supernova.
Manager said the staff organized movies, a quiz night, and karaoke. Then also the Oasis cover band. It's like, all right, come to the stage. Noasis, because we're not Oasis. Their name is Noasis.
Is it really?
Like, woo, cool. And then after they're like, all right, well, all right, hey, you know what? How about we do karaoke now? I'm like, all right, let's do karaoke. They get tired of karaoke and like, what you guys want to do now? Let's get the band back up there, play their set again. Band's like, oh, are we gonna get paid?
Right.
Another $100? Because we get paid $100 for playing last time. How many times do you guys want us to play? Right. Champagne Supernova is a really long song.
Step inside behind your mind. Give me $100.
All right, so Patrick, you have the option,
of
being stuck in the highest altitude pub in Britain with an Oasis cover band, getting stuck in a Scandinavian IKEA with a bunch of strangers, or being stuck in a wall in New York in the theater.
Boy,
which three to tickle your fancy the most?
I think I would want to be. I'd probably be stuck at the bar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I think so.
It's like with IKEA, you have comfortable sleeping arrangements.
You do.
Not a ton of entertainment, but they do have the food court. So it's like
right.
You'll have food, you'll have drinks, and you'll have the most comfortable places you can hang out in.
Right.
But you don't have a ton of entertainment. Although you could set up.
Yeah, I was gonna say they probably got a PA system or something like that.
Not to mention, how big of a blanket fort could you make?
Oh my god!
In an IKEA?
The biggest blanket fort ever.
Like is there a?
I changed my mind. I want to stay in IKEA.
No, you're staying in the bar, Patrick.
No, I don't want to.
Staying in IKEA.
No.
I know. I'm not even gonna look at the comments, but I'm pretty sure Jen has already said she'd stay at IKEA.
Yep, IKEA, 100%.
Yeah. It's a fucking weirdo. She loves IKEA normally. Yeah. The idea of being stuck in there overnight. So this man was stuck in the wall for a few days. People were stuck in a bar for a few days. IKEA just one night.
Yeah.
I feel.
Where's my parade?
What, Patrick? Why wouldn't you want to be stuck in the wall? I
No,
think you're being very wallist.
I'm claustrophobic.
Oh, okay. Speaking of claustrophobic, there's a webcam.
I don't know how that segue works.
What? Oh, you'll find out.
Okay.
When a webcam model, what's a claustrophobic way of saying put a gun in her pussy?
She put a gun in her pussy.
Oh, so she put a gun in her pussy, and the gun was like, "I don't like being in here." Blah! She shot herself in the vagina.
Yeah,
because she was on the website Chatterbait, and she was making videos of herself for the people pay to see, and she's like, I gotta step my game up, Other people have used other objects or people, gross, Ooh, people don't really jerk off with? Loaded handguns. I wonder why they don't do that. And she was just, and then it busted a load in her. Thankfully, her roommates were home at the time. We're like, what was that sound?
Did she shoot herself? What are you doing up there? What?
Tiffany, are you okay? Tiffany, we heard a noise. It sounded like a gun. Are you okay?
Yeah, I think I'm okay.
Okay, can you open the door so I can just make sure?
No.
Is it no because you don't want to, or no because you can't get to the door?
Both.
Okay, well, is it okay if I pick the lock?
I mean, no.
Okay, but I'm getting really worried about you because I heard the gunshot.
Yeah, it was just a mistake.
Okay, and we can always work with mistakes. You're worth it, and we love you.
I don't know after this.
And we want you to be around, so you have to just open the door, and we can talk this out.
No, it happens all the time. You're just sitting there and you're performing on a camera. I was on my OnlyFans. And I just, I shot myself in the vagina.
Wait, you have an OnlyFans?
I do. Wait, that's what you take? That's what you take from?
Ew.
Ew.
Yeah, I don't know. This. I mean, props for stepping your game up, but maybe do it less lethally, I guess.
Did she die?
No.
No?
She didn't even get arrested. You go to jail. So what are you in for?
Well, the punishment is kind of built in.
It's like, what's your punishment? I have to sit without my special pillow.
Yeah.
For 2 hours a day.
Yeah.
It's real painful.
It sucks.
Speaking of sexual mishaps, you ever hear about this Denver, Colorado place?
Yeah, I'm aware of it.
So the Sex Offender Management Board there, which is made up of everyone from public defenders to prosecutors, they set standards and guidelines for treatment providers. So then they have this idea for new terminology because they don't want to call people sex offenders anymore.
Oh, right.
Because it's degrading to them.
Well, I don't know.
No, Patrick, they're the victims. Trust me.
Okay.
Derek Logue says that he shouldn't have to carry the label for life, saying, referring to me by a label for something I did half my life ago is inappropriate and downright offensive. And he argued the better term to refer to him, Patrick, for his sexual offenderness, the better term would be called client. Client. You gotta call him a client.
No.
Instead of sex offender. You don't understand, Patrick. They're the real victims in this.
Yeah.
He has to be called a name for the rest of his life for something he chose to do.
Right. That's offensive to me.
How do you sleep at night knowing you're hurting his feelings?
It's like, what do you want to be called instead? Rockstar? You want to be called Rockstar? That's less offensive than sex offender. Yeah, but it's not really. No, that's it. It's going to be Rockstar.
Although, if you read pretty much anything about rock bands in the 60s and 70s, sex offender is pretty accurate label. In the end, the board voted 10 to 6 to go with a new term. Patrick, what are they going to be calling sex offenders in Colorado now?
Oh my gosh. Your Holiness?
Gets all up in your holiness. They are adults who commit sexual offenses.
So sexual offenders.
No, you gotta use
grown up sexual offenders.
It's person first language, Patrick. So you talk about the person first and then their actions.
Adults who are sex offenders.
Yes. No, who commit sexual offenses.
And they go, yes, thank you.
Thank you.
It's way better, isn't it?
Yeah. Like for now you'll trust me to babysit, right? So Patrick, I want you, since they have rebranded sex offender.
Okay.
I'm gonna need you to go ahead and rebrand these other traditionally mean-spirited titles. Like they don't deserve it. An arsonist.
An arsonist.
Yeah, what would you rename the arsonist so that way it's more inclusive to the criminal?
Fireman.
Oh, see, it gets right to the point.
A little bit better.
Fireman or woman.
Fire person.
Person of fire. All right, Patrick. How would you
person of fire? I like person of fire.
Person of fire. Patrick, how would you relabel a necrophiliac? Icky. Bad words.
Ooh, someone who has sex with dead people.
Yeah. Ooh. It's pretty factual. You better pump the brakes, young man.
Adults who have sex with dead people.
Okay. I guess if you put it that way, it's not.
I was going to say, I was all inclusive.
Okay, that's a good one. For all you John Wick fans out there, dog murderer.
Dog murderer.
Yeah. How do you come back from dog murderer, Patrick?
Yeah, I don't want to be called dog murderer anymore.
It's the worst.
Canine extermination.
So you're not giving them a job?
No. Yeah.
Oh. I don't understand why you're going to be so negative about it, Patrick. I thought we talked about you being positive with these names.
Okay. Yes.
Oh, okay.
See that dog? It's exterminated.
Ooh, so nice now. All right, I got a couple more, Patrick. A couple of the really bad ones. Ooh, this is so mean. Why would you call someone this? Child abductor.
Oh, child abductor.
Yeah.
Forced babysitter.
Ooh, I like your style.
Yeah.
And then finally, we got one more. What would you rebrand to get more positivity out of it? A serial killer.
A serial killer? Oh goodness.
Yeah. One of those innocent people that just have a few victims. Like, it's not a big deal. And quite
people
frankly,
person.
I'm a people person. Well, according to what definition?
Get him away. Get away. Get the kids. Get the kids.
Help. I got a people person.
Help. 911, what's your emergency?
I got a people person here.
Oh, okay. Just stay put. Is that people person? Do they have a knife?
Let me check. Do you have a sharpened metallic separating device?
I do. Thanks for asking.
He's got a knife.
Yeah, he sounds very polite.
No, it's the worst.
Just say, I get it. My mother was a bitch too. Odds are he'll identify with you and not want to kill you.
Oh, I see. What a tactic.
Yeah.
All right.
I get it. I hear you. I understand.
Oh, all right. We got let's see. Ooh, this next one. You know what? Actually, we're gonna have to skip that. Skip that. Actually, no, we can talk about this one real quick. Hey, Patrick, have you ever run a marathon before?
No.
Well, Deirdre Keene has some tips for you. She's completed 34 marathons, and she kind of does against what people say they should do. Like,
gross. People
say don't eat like greasy foods or cheesy foods. She's like, nah, I eat Mexican food or Halloween candy. Like, fuck you. And they're also like, pick a pace and don't push it. She's like, I sprint.
I'm carb loading.
Well, when she went to run the Philadelphia Marathon, she had this strategy where she showed up with her friend. They assumed that the start time was 7:30, but they got there at 6:50. They're like, oh, we got time. She had just wolfed down 2 protein bars and 2 slices of buttered toast. And the race was going to start in 10 minutes. She's like, oh God.
What are you supposed to eat before a marathon?
Heavy carbs, not so much fats, because could upset your stomach and everything. Carbs will like give you fuel, and it's like good solid shit. Yeah. So when she started running, after like the first 5 minutes of running, she's like, I am going to shit myself in this fucking race. So she pretty much just sprinted to the first porta potty she could find along the race route, blew it up, and went right back on her way. She's like, I'm good now. So she was still having issues. Her strategy became, instead of setting a pace and going for it, it was sprint from porta potty to porta potty until she stopped shitting.
So yeah, goals.
She went to 9 porta potties in 16 miles that day. It took until mile 17 where she's like, I think I'm finally done. Yeah.
Now I can focus on running.
Yeah. Oh, I only got like a 6-mile run. It ain't that bad. I don't have to poop anymore.
Right. It's a multitasker.
There are days where I'm like, if I'm sick to my stomach and I have to poop, I'm like, as I'm leaving the bathroom, I'm like, I gotta poop again. Yeah. I'm not like, all right, you know what? Let me run a mile and a half and then poop. Like, no, fuck that.
Right.
I ain't about that life, Patrick.
That's right.
Stop making me about that life.
No, I'm not. I won't.
It's enough to make you want to blow up the world.
No doubt.
All right, I won't. Simply because this beautiful, beautiful ray of light. Oh. Patrick, why don't you get ready? Because this is something about consequences. It's so beautiful. In Moscow, 3 pranksters have been jailed for 3.5 years for pranking a taxi driver. There's the 3 individuals. 2 of them hopped in the car and asked the driver to hop out to help their third friend with the bags to load them in the trunk. As soon as the driver gets around to the back of the car, the gentleman that's in the front seat climbs over in the driver's seat and they drive off with the car. Get it? They stole his car. Fun prank.
Don't you understand? He had to be there.
Yeah. By the time they came back, like 10 minutes later, the cops were already called and on their way. But they came back like, it's just a prank. You get it? You get the prank? You got pranked, you idiot. They got arrested.
Good.
And they are going to spend 3.5 years in what's most likely going to be like with Russian prisons, they don't have like the Four Seasons or whatever. A lot of times they have these camps. The camps are generally located in small towns and regions that are difficult to access. The camps themselves are about 4 hectares in size, with single-story or 2-story brick buildings built at least 50 years ago, which are in a declining state.
Right.
Camps generally house around 800 people, where prisoners live in barracks between 100 and 120 people. They sleep on bunk beds in rooms that were originally built to hold 50 to 60 people. There's 1 toilet and 1 wash basin per barrack. And these 3 dumbass motherfuckers are not going to spend 3.5 years for doing these stupid fucking pranks.
Yeah.
I'm glad.
Throw the book at him.
Someone is finally being held accountable to this bullshit. Like, I understand if you want to do goofs on your friends.
Right.
Like, that's the good thing about Jackass. They're goofing on each other. A bunch of people consenting to a bunch of goofing. This is I stole your car.
I'll show your car. Yeah, it's a prank.
You idiot. Remember how you had a life? No,
right.
I stole it from you.
I stole it.
You didn't think you're getting it back.
He doesn't get it. It's fine.
Yeah, one of them, one of the gentlemen, one of the little bitches that got arrested. He has 1.2 million followers on Instagram. Sounds like they're not going to have a lot of content to look at from him.
What's going on, fam? Here in Russia, we're about to take car. It's going to be very funny.
He's prank, bro.
He's prank. He's like, what's going on, fam? I'm in the courthouse. We're going to get in to see, probably pay a fine. And then we'll be back out to play some more pranks.
It's no jail, bro. Hey, what's up? I'm hiding under the bed. I'm not supposed to have a phone in here, bro. Please help me.
What's going on, fam? I just got in from the yard. This guy's trying to shift me. But he said if I get a couple more subscribes, that he will not. So
it's no prank, Joe, bro.
It's no prank. I'm going to die in here.
One of the convicts, he previously had problems with the law because of his pranks. In March 2020, he scared passengers on the metro. Mind you, March 2020. Patrick, what happened in March 2020?
Oh, goodness. I mean, things.
Yeah.
There was this pesky little bug going around.
He decided his little jokey joke. He was going to start coughing real bad, and then brought a napkin to his mouth it was covered in fake blood. So, best thing to do in the start of a pandemic is to panic people even further.
And that was like when we knew like absolutely fucking nothing.
Yeah.
And
there was a NBA player who, like, they were talking, it was after the game press conference. They're like, "Oh yeah, it's COVID, we're gonna have to like shut down the league." He's like, "Ooh, it's pretty crazy." And then as he's leaving, he goes and like touches all the mics as a joke. And then a bunch of people got sick, and he's like, I didn't realize it was so bad. I'm so sorry. I didn't know. It's like, yeah, bro, we're shutting down shit left and right. And you're like, it'd be funny.
I'll never forget the day before everything, or the day, like it was the last day that everything was open before a big shutdown. I was at Ballydoyle with Nate, and like 4 priests walk in. And I was like, well, that's daunting. I'm like, it's either something serious is going on, or it's just the beginning of a really funny joke.
4 priests walk into a bar, and Best Buy's closed for 6 months now.
Right.
What? Where's the joke?
Is prank. You don't get it?
Is prank, bro.
It's prank.
Yeah.
Oh, so that's going to do it for this week. Where can they find us online?
You can find us individually on Twitter at Patrick Newsom 42.
That's me.
at Hungry as a Bear. That's me. Follow this podcast at Stupid Tweeting. You can find the video version of this podcast on Facebook and YouTube by searching for Stupid Talking Stupid. Please follow, like, comment, subscribe, rate, review, share. Put it on in the background. We put the video version of the podcast on stupidstalkingstupid.com as it's airing live. But after that is just available on Facebook and YouTube. The video or the audio version of the podcast is on Spotify, iTunes, iHeartRadio, all your podcasting apps. Where everything else, you can go to stupidstalkingstupid.com.
And you can find everything else at dvmpe.com. So that's going to do it this week for Stupid Talking Stupid. I'm Patrick.
And I'm Bear.
We'll talk to you later.
I have a problem.